what righteousness reveals. The Son of Man, the Son of God, His kingdom come. Jesus, redemption sacrifice. Makanda. President Makanda is having a church, or Christian church in Lumumbashi, DRC. Presbyter in training, presbyter in Christian church. People look after a few churches, or oversight a few churches, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 10. They are referred to or known as presbyters, but this is equivalent to other. In other organizations, they refer them as bishops. So if sometimes we call him a bishop, it's okay. Now, let me for the time being call him pastor, so that we can understand more. Because pastor is a common name in church, not to every organization. Pastor Makanda, sorry. I've known him for many, many years. I think the first time we met was 1989. 1989, yes, when I first met him, when I was pastoring the church in Oregon. And I know that's when he came from DRC or Zaire. I think it was by then it was Zaire. And he himself was, let me say, can I say you were at one time introduced to sorcery by your father, and you operated in that realm or spirit like a sorcerer and all that. So we can ask a question like, how were you introduced to witchcraft or sorcery? Can you us on that one?
Thank you, Pastor Gitaua. I know I appreciate and thank you to call me for this intervention for me to just brief, short my life. Definitely, I was introduced in witchcraft from my own father. How it became to be, or as it started, I'm coming, I want just to make, a short step back, because every human being is having his own source. No, my background and it can also, helping so many people, I'm coming, I can say it, it's why also the devil, according to the Bible, said, my people perishing lack of knowledge. It is true. I testify also the word of God is true. Because we must start with genealogy. Then logic is very, very much important to every human being. I can say anyway, I can start with, I'm in 6th position. On top of me, I can account maybe 5, generations there. But the first one I can put, he got married to 72 wives. And he gave birth to 375 children. It is when this problem started. Yeah. How it started, this man became too old. When he became too old, he was having, as a chief village, going around from village and village with that power of darkness, was being having dominion through other small villages. Now, these small villages, when he's now going to visit, every chief of small village you could know, but no, this high man, the big man, his weakness is women. They could catch maybe small girls of 8, 10, 11 or 20 years to be given as a wife. Now when he was been bringing girls to his area, which was been staying there as a king, as a big chief village of this, you found out now the way he was not too old, he can't maybe recognize who is his daughter and who is now is the wife, you know. Having 375 children, you can't maybe no recognize, and the age also has been counting. Now he can point whatever he's pointing, no matter, he can be his daughter, he has been brought in. Now this man starting now falling in what we said, incest. Incest with his own daughters, you know. Now the family starting now problems. Can you imagine? Just an example I gave, you know, shortly. I can be founded myself. I'm coming from or 60 or 70 wives. You're getting me? Yeah. Now I want to claim because I've seen my own father went after my sister. Now, when I want to say something, you could see those my brothers from the first wife, or 10 or 20, you know, they are like my fathers, you know, because me, I'm coming from the 6th or 7th wives. Now, when they started blaming me, keep quiet, what? Now, when I keep quiet, it became now something is staying in man, starting now being troubling, worried, suffering. Up the things come out now, we make a group of all these people has been abused, you know, see my sister going after my father, you know, treated, you know, like, you know, violent. Now these deputies from our grandparents there, he decided now. So no, the way things is becoming now, it's becoming now dangerous. This family, it can breaking in not in a good way. It is ashamed for this king, for this chief. Now they divide my own family. Now when my family was being divided, so every wife, it became a village. Now they allow us to start marrying one another. Now, but now from the principality roots of my family, it was not the first wife. That's the one who was being considered. Now myself, I'm coming from that first wife. Now this first wife, the way the family was being discarded, now everyone having his own mother, it became a village, so and on, according to the group of children. And now when we remained, we said, what is now the resource of our grandparents or our father? Now these people decided, what we have discovered here is witchcraft power, which our father was been using. You know, he was involving in deeper darkness of witchcraft. That is when we said, maybe we can put it in this way, sorcery. Sorcery is, you know, like in general, you know, that is generally word, but it is having different departments. You don't understand me? Yeah. You don't get me? Yeah. So that's why witchcraft, whatever, is just in department of what? Of sorcery. Okay. Good. The way we can put magic, you know, white, red, black, whatever they can say. Maybe small this, you know, groups of, you know, Freemasons, Rosicrucians, whatever. All that is bit covered by the way they call it what? sorcerer. You understand? So that's where, because I really taken long in that area, almost 25 years. And then, now, when we remained in witchcraft of that, we wanted now to make witchcraft like it became like righteousness of the family. You understand? And this it comes. Now we said, okay, that's the only benefit or riches which we have founded from our our father. Now this is small family starting up, coming big and big, living under the power of what? Of witchcraft. There we can use the charms, jujus, giving this, killing people, how to eat a person, turning a person to this and this, starting learning how to go at night, witching people in the house, what and what, using all these things. So they said, no, okay, when maybe somebody wanted for us, making it like this demonstrations to people to say, no, it is normal life. You don't understand? Yeah. It became like a normal life for us. So now
the witchcraft became normal.
No, normal life for us because one day I remember my father was been telling me something, to my grandfather, my grandfather to my father. He said that this person one day. One person insulted him, said, you are witch people, making our village suffering. You don't want our village to be prosper. Whatever you are doing is just, breaking without to see things changing. So he said, okay, you have insulted us as a witches. Yes. I said, good. Today at night, we are coming to visit you. You understand? And at night, they went. When they went now at night, what they did, it was to take out, the house was closed, and to make an effort by that powerful witchcraft to take out the bed and the person and his wife, children, put them outside of the house. But the doors was what? Was closed. Now, and they make an effort to say, up to morning time, went up from 6 o'clock, 7, 8 to 9. Now people was been passing through, it can now start worried. How this person, who could sleep outside on the bed and whatever, without it is time. Now people was now coming full of people who has been shocked and want to know what has happened. So when us also, he said, my father said, when we arrived at the place, when somebody now woke up, he fancied the son of God. He woke up, he want to run away to go in the house. He found the door was closed. Now he's starting now breaking the door to enter. Now, as we could stand there with my father, say, okay, this is just, we came to visit you, but today, it is like when they play ball in this club of footballer, when they are playing, say, no, this is just the first team, but the second time is come. So, please, a person can cry, don't, I ask for forgiveness, please, I'm not going to insult you, this and this and this. For us it was a normal life. It was not, something to be ashamed in the village to say, no, these people maybe too scared about, no, you don't understand. No, now they said this, okay, how is this? Just a break, it's a long story, just brief. He said, okay, when it is started, who is he going now to be our ruler, as a chief ruler for this power? Now they make a vote. In the voting, and this Kura, it came to follow to our generation, to my grandfather, to my grandfather myself. Now that one said, okay, when you said you want to be our ruler, that means you can't get a child all your child you have been going to give birth, it can't go beyond your 4 or 5 years. It just to be sacrificed. Okay. Now things comes to that man. That's why he gave birth to my grandfather. The one who gave birth to my father. There was been born in their family close to 17 children. And 16 was been killed. When I say killed, it is like I tried to hide something. There was been eaten in witchcraft. Because we have been eating persons. No. How to eat persons who are, let me just finish in this. I will reach at that day to explain. Okay, let me put it in this way. Now, my grandfather, for him to live a life, after 3 months after born, he was being introduced to this power of witchcraft. Now, this way was being kept as inheritance to his father. Later on now, when his father passed away, now he got married to my grandmother, to my father. This woman gave birth to 7 children. That is my father and my auntie and others. Now, the way in my family, we are not been given witchcraft to a girl. Because witchcraft to my family was been considered like righteousness. Righteousness, yes. No? When somebody is rich.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is true.
Yes. It was like this kind of things.
Even they are very proud.
It was very much proud, because when somebody can insult me, you are a witch, I can stand up, doing okay. You have been saying I'm a witch. It's not easy for you to reach that level. Now the way I've said, okay, we are going to punish you. Because you could see every other people, those who are not in witchcraft, you can see them like, insect,
flies.
It's fly to small things, for us, we could think, but that is So now, we said, no, when we took the witchcraft, we give it to the girl, and the girl, she's going to get married. That means we have been giving the part of our righteousness to another family. No, to the girls, just to possess them. Because there is somebody can be a witch, someone can be possessed by witchcraft. He's not a witch, but he's been possessed by witchcraft. And I just briefly, and then my father, he was like a firstborn. My aunt, she was the last one. But other children, 5 of them, was being killed, sacrificed. My father remained alone. And my father, my grandfather, he was being introduced in witchcraft from 3 months. My father, he was also being introduced in witchcraft from 1 month after born. And now things come. My father grown up and my auntie. They reach at the level which my father now want to leave from village to go and look for the job in another province. That period of Congo, that time of colonialism of Belgium to Congo, Belgium. So, and now when my father went, he started now working in miners there, in the copper, diamonds, and the gold, whatever. He got married to the first wife. Now I reach at the point, according to your questions. I wanted just to lay a foundation to see how that root of witchcraft and whatever, how I was being introduced in. Now when my father got married to the first wife, and this woman gave birth to 3 children. My father ate it. I'm not saying sacrificed. He ate them in witchcraft. And he killed also a wife. He got married to second wife. This woman gave birth to 4 children. He killed the woman in that power of witchcraft. He ate them, he ate her, and he ate also the children. He got married to third wife. He did the same. Brief. There is also a lot to talk about. Now, let me just go brief. Now, he remained now without who? The wife, without a child. Now, what he did, my auntie, she came also to enjoy my father in that town called Kolwezi, in DRC Congo. So, Katanga province. So now when my auntie, she came, it's something fun which happened. My father, he took the uterus of my auntie, turned it to the ball, a ball, playing ball, but tradition. No, at that period we couldn't have, a real ball. We could just took maybe, some things, maybe plastic, maybe whatever, clothes, put it together, tying it, starting playing like a ball. So we use that tradition things. It was what? The youth of my auntie. That means my auntie, brief, she died without a child. And my father, he bought a bicycle, in 1947. 47. And I also, ruled this bicycle in 1977, almost 30 years later. My auntie, she was being also moving with this bicycle. But only, can you imagine, when the bicycle was bought, they put the what? The air on in a tire there. That the same air which I was being putting, it remained 30 years.
30 years.
30 years. It was what? It was the tubes of my auntie. Used as what? You could say inside of the tires of what? Bicycle. That is small, tubes inside. Yes. It was the tube of my auntie. My aunt went to the hospital, the doctors, we could see the tubes is what and what, we can clean whatever, but the problem was not there. Pastor. The issue which my auntie should not, she was supposed to just go to the tires of what? Of bicycle, to open just and that air to went out. She was supposed to be clean, but lack of knowledge. People are suffering. You can see somebody walking, say she's, normal, but the inner parties of his body has been used.
By witchcraft.
But witchcraft, we have been using it. Yes. Anyway, so now, one day, my father reached the age of 63 years, and my auntie, I think, close to 52. When he reached that level, my auntie, because it was a quite a rich family, because my auntie, she was, doing some, commercial, whatever, going to Rhodesia, actually now Zimbabwe, going to Rwanda, actually now at Angola, buying things there, coming, changing these things, making like a talk, whatever. So one day, my father was been working at a mine there, so it was having quite a small good life, according to that period of colony, whatever. So what happened? My aunt went one day to see my father. Say, okay, my brother Alexander, because my father was calling Alexander Mulamba, but the name which was being common was Alexander. So my father, my brother Alexander, okay, we have a money. I have 2 trucks, 2 small cars. You have been working. We are having some, house. We are having a good life, but you can die. Me, I can die. Now we don't have somebody to inherit these things.
Yeah.
What did you think about? My father just stood up and fall down, starting crying. Crying. My aunt says, what is the problem? Are you crying? I said, no, I just remember. You make me to remember how my old children has passed away. My wife's passed away. At the moment I'm living here without wife, without a child. So it is like you came to insult me. And now he said, and they are dying out of my mind knowing. I don't know anything about their death. They are dying. I don't know what is the problem. Pastor, can you imagine now the people that are living? He is the one who killed his own children. He is the one who killed the wives. But now when he was being asked why this and this, my auntie, she didn't want there to insult. He went just to talk. He said, no, we can come in as a human being. We have things. You have been growing up 63 years. But now it's problem. It can come to what is and and he bring up another problem, serious problem to my auntie. But now God is just God. When God wants to operate, He can use somebody and give me bodiness to stand and to stand up to against my auntie. Says, no, you can't say it because I'm in normal position. I'm in good direction. I just come to ask you. I didn't come to insult you. How can you cry like that? That means you know the problem. Now when he hear that, he keep quiet, say, what is the problem? You have been imagining. That means it is you have been killing my own. That's why I've been just saying, please, Pastor, a human being, he knows very well what is passing in his life. How can you accusing him like asking? That means you have been talking, it is me who have been killed. But my auntie, she didn't say anything about, no, it is you who have killed. But he just said, I can just, we can talk. Okay, he said, okay, what? He asked now my auntie, what did you want? She said, me, my problem is this. Whatever you said, it is okay. You can, having children, they can dying. The wives can die. But one night, what I want to do, you continue getting married. One day, you are going just to cut maybe one boy or one girl, the one she could remain at inherit of our property. We have a lot of properties, but we need one person who, because me, at my age 52, I can't get married because I've passed the age of what we said.
Being
No. In French we said l'âge de okay, when a woman passed, 40 menopause, yeah. Yes. Yeah, I said that's the word, menopause. Yes, at 52, I was past the so. But you as a man, you can got married, and he said, okay, for me, I can't anymore. But when you want to go and get marry for me a woman, not me. Okay, they agreed in that way. My auntie just she left and she went. When she went now, she wanted to go and collect what collecting what money to one white man. This he was a Jew in a Cologne town. When he reached there, and the money was being given to my auntie. When now money was being given, when my auntie received it, she started crying. When she cried, now this Jew man asked me, because my auntie, she was been calling them Astrid. Astrid, what is the problem? Your money is not, maybe it has been lost. I said, no. I'm not mad about money, but my problem, that means I've given birth to the money. That when today I can die, this money are going to bury me? Or my properties are going to bury me? No. You know? So, from there, he walked out.
Yeah, we would like to take a break, and then when we come back, there's more to you tell us now how his father got married, is it? Married?
Yes, sir, to my mom.
To his mother, and how he was born, and then how he was introduced to Lucifer.
No, to the witchcraft.
Or how he introduced to witchcraft.
Yes.
And then we have a lot also to know how he was introduced to Lucifer himself.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, we'll take a break. God bless you.
Thank you.